What is supply chain management? Supply chain management controls the flow of goods and services. It includes all the processes that convert raw materials into final products. It consists of the first, supplier, who provides goods and services. Second is the producer, who receives components from the supplier to produce a finished product or service. And lastly, the customer, who receives and uses the finished product. It involves actively optimizing a company's supply side activities in order to maximize customer benefits and gain a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Tourism supply management. Supply chain management includes suppliers of all goods and services that go into providing tourism products to consumers. This consists of all suppliers of goods and services, regardless of whether they are employed directly by tour operators or their agents, including the ground handlers, or even suppliers, including accommodation providers. The tourism supply chain involves many components, not only accommodation, transportation, and excursions, but also bars and restaurants, crafts, food production, waste disposal, and infrastructure that supports tourism in destinations. Effects of the supply chain management in tourism industry. Supply chain management operates through the business-to-business relationship, and supply chain management strives to improve the business operations of each supplier in the supply chain, improving financial performance while improving sustainability performance as well. Once you manage the supply chain effectively and adequately, it will significantly impact the tourism industry. Therefore, supply chain management plays a vital role in the tourism industry. It is an essential factor in improving operational efficiency and can improve customer satisfaction and company success. It can be said that it is like the backbone of an organization, managing the organization's critical issues. Supply chain management also provides other benefits to the organization, such as reducing inventory costs, providing a better medium for information sharing between partners, improving customer satisfaction and service, maintaining better trust between partners, providing effective manufacturing strategies, improve process integration, increase cash flow, improve quality, and provide higher profit margins. Efficient supply chain management also contributes to huge cost reductions by developing and implementing contracts and agreements with providers of tourism products and services to ensure competitive prices for accommodation, food and beverage, rooms, or real estate operations. Therefore, be sure to design the tourism industry in such a way that vacationers can get the maximum benefit. In addition, tour operators have an enormous influence on activities throughout the entire tourism supply chain. They control and influence the volume of tourism, the tourist destinations, and the facilities used. Tour operators can use this to encourage general improvements in sustainability performance as part of good business practice.
Supply chain management affect the hospitality industry, which there are pros and cons effects. When we heard the hospitality industry, probably the first thing popped out in our mind is the hotel. In hotel, there are many departments, but let us go to the one of the departments of a hotel, which is the purchasing department. So some of the duties in the purchasing department are placing orders for goods needed by all hotel departments, keeping records of all purchases and payments, and drawing up and signing contracts and agreements for the purchase of all goods, comparing price and quality on all bids received, on the receiving and checking the quality and quantity of merchandise received on order, and checking receipts and shipping. Also suggesting new products in the use of certain goods where cost can be saved or quality improved and the likes. So with that, we can already saw a supply chain and in need of supply chain management. So supply chain management is very important in every aspect and in industry, especially in hospitality industry, because having a bad management of supplies really affects a hotel. So for example, a personnel from a purchasing department who is responsible for placing an order did not do his job due to some personal issues. Let's just say he did not order tomatoes. It's just a simple thing, but in a food and beverages department, tomato is important. What if they needed tomato ingredient in that day for their pasta menu? And what if the personnel did not order rolls of tissues? Well, in hotel, tissue is a common thing to expect by guests or customers, especially in toilets, cafeterias, etc. So, hotel have to monitor all the supplies because it affects the customers and their services as well. And speaking of customers and services, providing customer service is an important thing in hospitality industry. So, guests or customers are expected to be demanding because they want satisfaction from your customer service. If you did not meet it, so it will definitely reduce the numbers of your customers, also decreases your revenues, also have bad reviews. So if your hotel fails to provide the items the customers expects, then customers will go elsewhere. So customer satisfaction in hospitality industry is inevitable. Simply because the hospitality is basically a supply chain based industry. So regardless of how large or small your hotel is, so just imagine how bad it would be if you could not supply your guests with just some simple snacks because you had run out of supplies. And also, what happens if you use all your water and have none to replace them? So, and also when evening meals are due, how embarrassing it would be to say you can only offer half of the menu because you do not have the products to complete all the meals. So, same applies to restaurants. Not being able to fulfill their menu looks really bad and will stop customers from returning. For example, a bar that runs out of wine or beer will suffer by customers going elsewhere, and once they have done that, it is hard to get them to return to your establishment because successful businesses are built on loyal customers basis. But this will not happen with yours if you keep letting your customers down. Because food and drink are an important part of any hotel stay, and eating out is often part of customers' vacations. It is vital that you can fulfill your obligations with food and drink, and effective chain supply management is the best way to do it. So without it, there would be no foods in restaurants and no beer or wine in bars, and that will basically kill the hospitality that your venture should be providing. As well as in your hotel, also needs to have enough clean bed linen to be able to change it when it is required, and an ample supply of things such as table napkins, some cutleries, and some crockeries and the likes. This might all seem very obvious, but you would be surprised by how many hotels fall down in these areas. So, having an efficient supply chain management helps the hospitality industry in many ways. Offering a wide selection of products and services, providing the best products at best time at best rates are the best ways to achieve the ultimate objectives in supply chain management.
Hi, I'm Raquel Morales. I'm going to discuss about effect of logistic management in tourism industry. So when we say logistic management, it is a supply chain management component that is used to meet customer demands through the planning, control, implementation of the effective movement and storage of related information, goods and service from origin to destination, and vice versa. When we say effect of logistic management to tourism industry, logistic management are the one who handle the goods that arrive in the company. They also transport in which can be land, air, sea, and any travel. It is connected to tourism in a way that it is a large industry that need different goods. The tourism industry can be affected by the delay of logistic function, or in other case, it can also be a good feedback to other customer if they attain a good logistic management. Logistic management process can be good help to tourism in an industry in a way that the process is main goal satisfaction for the customer. When you have a good logistic company, you will attain a better service for your customer and offer a better service in which is very important to tourism industry.
Effects of logistics management in hospitality industry. Most of hotel companies, both big and small, are focusing on how to offer products and services while keeping low costs. Logistic and supply chain management are usually used at operational, tactical, and strategic level in the retail, automotive, healthcare, and manufacturing industries. For example, the Times Hotel have implemented logistic and supply chain practices in the company's operation to help save costs. This management helps to take advantages of customer value and attain sustainable competitive advantages. The hotel industry can benefit from the comprehensive and integrated practices of logistic and supply chain management by delivering a consistently reliable, high-quality service at best cost in the most effective and efficient way possible. Thank you for listening.